from the political capital. Joining me today is one of the BJP's tallest leaders, Venkaiah Naidu. Thank you very much, sir, for talking to us here on Bloomberg TV India. I know you're in the middle of very hectic campaigning, and I appreciate you taking time out for us. As far as the stock markets are concerned, and as far as corporate India is concerned, it has almost given its verdict to say that they would like to see a BJP-led government coming to power. How hopeful, how confident are you?
We are confident because the mood of the nation is clearly in favor of BJP and Modi. People are tired, they are unhappy with this present government because of nothing else, because of lack of leadership and because of lack of decision making and policy paralysis. They see in Modi a decisive leader, a dynamic leader and a development oriented leader. That's why people are responding positively across the country.
But the fear is in these people who are backing you is that the numbers don't add up.
I don't think so, because our rival, main rival, Congress is far behind, far behind. I don't think they'll be able to cross even double digit and go to three digit number also. Secondly, all the surveys are showing as on today, the BJP is somewhere around 220, 230, 240. Along with allies, it will reach 272. That's what the surveys are saying. I'm not saying surveys are scientific, but at the same time, if you take the average of all the surveys, it's very clear that BJP and NDA is moving towards a clear-cut majority. I am confident by the time election is over, the BJP by itself will go up to 250 and the NDA may go up to 300 also. There is a wave. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm speaking out of my own experience of going around certain parts of the country. In the last 1 week, I covered around 6 states. Everywhere, there is clear cutting across caste, creed, religion and region. People's mood is in favor of a stable government, able leader, that is Modi.
But the big question always emerges, sir, is about the South. You are by far one of the biggest leaders of that party from the South. You're from Andhra, you're today representing Karnataka. No one is giving you much of a chance in the South. Can you tell us about, let's go state by state. Let's go first with your own state, which is Andhra Pradesh.
I will tell you, there are 132 seats in South, total. My calculation is the BJP and its allies will reach up to 50, minimum, this time. I will tell you, they give the number also. No? First time since 1967, there is a non-DMK, non-ADMK alliance which is in the reckoning in Tamil Nadu, BJP and other parties. I need not explain it. There, I am confident we will be getting a good number of seats in Tamil Nadu also. Secondly,
how good is good?
The election is yet to take place. If I give the number and it will send a wrong message, but I can tell you it will be very impressive also. One. Secondly, in Karnataka, our earlier score was 19. This time, I am confident of maintaining it, or even we may increase by 1 more seat also. And as far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, with the advent of Telugu Desam and BJP coming together, the scenario has changed. Now, Telangana is no longer an issue because it's already over. Integration of the state in Semandra is no longer an issue. The development of these two regions is a main issue. People see that a favorable government at the center, a stable government, can take care of both the regions. By that way, this alliance of TDP and BJP will be a formidable alliance. It will get more than half of the seats easily in Andhra Pradesh also. My assumption is we will be opening account in Kerala, and then good number from Karnataka, good number from Andhra, and a reasonable number from Tamil Nadu. And Andaman, anyhow, we are winning. We won earlier, we will be winning this time also. I've been there the other day, I can tell you, we are winning Andaman hands down.
Let's talk about Tamil Nadu, sir. Over the last few months, there was a lot of talk about a potential alliance, given the good relationship that Jayalalitha has with your leader, Narendra Modi. So far, we haven't seen him criticizing her government too much, though we do know she has prime ministerial ambitions. There are hoardings out there which say, take her to Delhi. Is there a conversation on between you all to forge a post-poll alliance? Could she come back into the NDA fold?
We have not held any discussions in that direction, nor we are intending to do any such thing now. Because we are confident as on now, we will be getting majority on our own. Afterwards, who will support us, that's a different matter. Secondly, the reason of our not being so harsh is this is a national election. This is not a Tamil Nadu-centric assembly election that you criticize the state government, attack left and right and all. There will be some criticism. But at the same time, the entire focus is corruption at the national level, privilege at the national level, agriculture crisis at the national level, atrocity against women, then unemployment, growing unemployment, internal security, external relationship and all. So in that scenario, the focus will be naturally more on the national level politics and the national parties, one. And secondly, as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, the local alliance is definitely making criticism against ADMK also. And it's not that we have in mind that some sort of post-poll alliance, that's why we are soft. This is, I know this is being speculated in the media, but that's not the reason.
So you're not in conversation with Jayalalitha?
No conversation, no discussion with any person. I just now clarified in the press conference also today, we are not holding any discussion with any party other than our allies. And with our allies, I am confident we'll be getting comfortable majority.
Okay. Let's talk about Karnataka, sir. There again, there has been this whole issue that you brought back a person who had a corruption taint, but it was being done to bolster your chances.
There is no conviction, okay? There is only a case registered. We made him to resign from the chief ministership because you cannot have a chief minister against whom a case is registered and still holding the office. That was the situation. He resigned. Now, we have not given him any post. He is contesting election. It is for the people to decide. And politically, he is coming back. He is definitely helping BJP after all. He is a BJP man. So keeping that in mind, we have taken this decision, conscious decision. That do not mean we are encouraging corruption. Because, as I told you, there is no conviction. And going by the same analogy, the other parties which are now criticizing us, what they have done in other states. I am not trying to justify my action by comparing it with the others' action, etc. Here a case is registered, that's all. Let the trial take place, let the truth come out, then you will see how the BJP will react.
And what happened with that entire episode involving Muthalik? You bring him in and then you tell him to go.
It was a decision taken by the local party. It was a wrong decision. There is no question of any convergence of ideas of BJP and Sri Ram Sena. The name may be Sri Ram Sena, but the way they have behaved, it's not to our liking. It's not part of BJP culture. The moment we came to know of it, Central has directed the state not to accept him, and the state party has realized it, and then they have resigned the membership. That's over.
Let's talk about Andhra, sir. Your manifesto said BJP is committed to do full justice to Simandhra and address the issues of development and governance of Simandhra and Telangana. This was the one line. Can you elaborate a bit on what you intend to do?
There is a peculiar problem in Andhra Pradesh, combined Andhra Pradesh. See, normally a new state is created, the state is created, then you create a capital there, and then that area gets developed. Here, the new state is Telangana, getting the old state capital of Hyderabad, and the old state of Andhra Pradesh is going far away, and then they have to create a new state, one. Secondly, the revenue of Hyderabad is surplus, and the revenue deficit in Andhra is huge. And then all the institutions, for the knowledge of the general public across the globe and across the country, I want to tell, 148 central government institutions are there in Hyderabad. 453 other institutions are situated in Hyderabad city alone. The entire development is focused in and around Hyderabad. So there is a heart burning. You can't take away these institutions and then put them in Simandhra. So we are now promising the people, I myself has initiated the debate in the Rajya Sabha and insisted on certain amendments. Some of them agreed. We wanted a special package to be given to Andhra Pradesh. They have agreed. Special state status also for Andhra Pradesh, so that there are some incentives like 90% grant and 10% loan, etc. And then tax incentives, income tax, and then customs duty exemptions for 10 years on the lines of Himachal Pradesh and Uttaranchal for the regions of Rayalaseema as well as Uttarandhra within Simandhra. And then upgradation of airports of Visakhapatnam, Vijayawada and Tirupati. Then coming back to Telangana, setting up certain universities here in Telangana like the Horticulture University and Tribal University. Then setting up a coach factory in Kajipet, railway coach factory, and taking care of the power shortage. It's going to be a huge problem for Telangana. 4,000 megawatts power project we are committing ourselves at Shankarampalli in Telangana region. So we wanted to take care of the regional disparities and we want to meet the aspirations of the people of both the regions. Only a favorable government at the center will be able to do it, and also a strong leader is required. That's why even in both the regions, people are now looking for Narendra Modi, because they feel he got the three criterions. One, credibility. Whatever he has promised, we have performed it. He has it. Second, ability. Who is capable of doing it? He has shown his ability. Third is winnability. Who is likely to win? BJP. All these three, BJP foots the bill, and Modi. That's why there is a favorable atmosphere. With BJP and TDP coming together, this got further strengthened, because Modi at the helm of affairs in Delhi and Chandrababu at the helm of affairs in Andhra Pradesh will definitely help the state. This is the impression among the people, and we are moving ahead.
While you've forged the alliance with TDP after a lot of to and fro which went on in the last 2 months, what about the other two big regional players, whether it's TRS, whether it's YSR? Are you in talk with these two parties?
Not with these parties at all, no. Not at all. They are now finding it difficult to answer to the people, sir, if we elect you, what are you going to do? What is the benefit we get? Then they are trying to say, no, sometimes they say, earlier they said NDA, then they said UPA, now they are saying third front, etc. They are not able to get the proper answers, and some whispering campaign is going that some post-poll alliance also may be there with BJP, etc. There is no truth in that. What will happen in future, I can't say.
But we are open to talking.
We are not talking to them at all. We are not relying upon them at all, because I am confident with the present allies, we will be getting comfortable majority.
So you're putting all your eggs in the TDP basket?
Yes.
That is your...
You can't do business with one party and then try to align with other party. That's not fair.
Let's talk about the East, sir. Again, West Bengal, and you were talking about the going soft bit, but we didn't see Mr. Modi going soft at all on Mamata Banerjee yesterday.
There is no question of Mamata having, BJP having any Mamata towards Mamata. Because
she doesn't have Mamata towards
you. She is criticizing BJP. So naturally we have to react. Earlier we said, as far as state is concerned, Mamata ji is there. Let her do her job. As center, Modi. But she started attacking BJP. So naturally BJP also is reacting on that. Our main focus, one of the reasons for why people are trying to misread or misunderstand it, our entire focus is on national issues, on our national rival, which is the Congress party. Slowly, when you come nearer to the election, the local factors and the local combinations also will definitely influence the campaign and issues also. That's why we are sharpening our attack towards Trinamool Congress also in the state of West Bengal.
Neither are you strong in West Bengal, neither are you strong in Orissa. Both these are very important states. Northeast, while you don't have a very strong base, but we've seen a lot of campaigning from that region.
Seeing the response, sir, unprecedented crowds in Northeast, something unheard. The other day, there was a rally in Rourkela in Orissa. Shri Narendra Modi rang me up that day and told me, Venkaiah ji, this meeting of Rourkela is 2 times bigger than the big rally in Uttar Pradesh. This is what he told me. And later I went to Orissa, and people told me also. There is huge response. How much it will get converted into votes, and that too when the elections are simultaneous in Orissa, Assembly and Parliament going together. That has to be seen. But I am confident of a good show, both in Orissa and in West Bengal also, for your information. Earlier also, without alliance, BJP has won 2 seats in Bengal earlier. Even Andhra Pradesh also, BJP has won 4 seats in Andhra Pradesh. Earlier, without alliance. With alliance, we have won 7 seats. So, if there is a wave, our cadre, as they are working hard, can get some good results.
Let's talk about Maharashtra, which is the second biggest state. There the feeling, sir, is that if you had your own house in order, you could have done far better, given the 15-year of state incumbency, 10 years of at the national level. But somehow you don't seem to have your own house in order. Your own leaders don't seem to be talking to each other much. You have the problem with Shiv Sena, public utterances. In between MNS happened, the whole
I agree with you, that should have been avoided. But now the picture is very clear. The alliance between BJP, RPI and Shiv Sena, Bal Thackeray's is firm and final. Now people have realized that the only party which can replace the Congress at the center is BJP. So if I will be telling you, let the election be over. After Uttar Pradesh, the largest number will be from Maharashtra. Because this combination, going by other indications of surveys also, is going to do wonderfully well in the state of Maharashtra. 15 years of Congress misrule and the bickerings within the NCP and Congress party, and also these parties coming together, and then even sometimes MNS also said, okay, Modi at the center and all, has got the imagination of the people. Modi and his supporters should reach good numbers at the center. I am confident that we'll be getting a record high number of seats in Maharashtra.
What are going to be the 3 or 4 big surprise states for you? What I hear you saying, sir, is you expect better in Tamil Nadu than most people are giving you. You expect to do better in Maharashtra than most people are giving you. Andhra?
Yes.
These are the 3, and Northeast, perhaps collectively it's 24
Northeast,
seats.
yes. Corrective
Are these the surprise packages? Because everybody knows
Assam, they are saying, no, because of AGP, BJP going separately. The situation is fast changing, very fast changing in the state of Assam. People have realized it's a national election, national party should win. So you get good result even from the Northeast also.
There has been a heightened amount of personal attacks. The most recent, even as we speak, is about Mr. Modi's marital status being disclosed.
It's unfortunate. Sir, the Congress is ratted from the day one when we announced our Prime Minister candidacy Narendra Modi. They have no answer to his personality. They have no answer to the performance of Narendra Modi. And they have no answer to their failures of the betrayal they have committed of the people of the country, the Congress party. We are fighting this election on the basis of good governance and development. That's main focus. And we are highlighting the failures of the 10 years of the Congress misrule. But they are going personal. One day they call him rowdy, one day they call him gunda, one day they call him criminal, one day they call him terrorist, one day they call him napumsaka, that means impotent, and now they are talking about his married life and all. My suggestion to them is, please don't go too much. I told them also just now, it will boomerang on the Congress party. You are sitting in a glass house. Don't throw stones on others, one. Secondly, people of India do not take it positively, because issue is governance. Issue is people's problems. Issue challenges before the country. And you are talking about something. He got married at a very young age, and he has decided to devote his life for the sake of the country, for the sake of the ideology which he believed and which he is doing. And there is no problem within the family. What is your problem? What is the problem of these people? I am not able to understand. As they have no other issues, they are dragging these personal things. It will not go well with the people of the country. I know the sentiment, I know the psychology of Indian people. It will boomerang on them.
You were introduced by me as being one of the tallest leaders of the BJP, and I want to ask you this question. When we saw your manifesto, issues like Ram Mandir, Article 370, etc., were page 41. The tonality was very different. It was not rabid anymore, if I may use that word. It was about, we will do it within the constitutional framework, we will try and do it, we will take all stakeholders together. That was the language. Having seen this party so closely, do you believe that as India is changing, you as a party are also changing, that you are talking more of economics, you're talking more of development, rather than trying to polarize? That's what your critics say.
I don't agree with my critics. There is no change of our stand, I can tell you. I was the president when the party was in government.
Yes.
The slogan I gave at the time is, एक हाथ में BJP का झंडा, दूसरे हाथ में NDA का agenda. In one hand, party flag, and the other hand, agenda of the NDA. If you are going to be a coalition government, and that too when you have allies with you, forget about post-poll allies, pre-poll allies you have to adhere to the coalition dharma. In the coalition dharma, what is possible and what is feasible, that alone should be promised to the people. You can't promise moon and then tomorrow you say, no, what can I do and all. So we are trying to be reasonable, and we are trying to be democratic to accommodate the views of others also. We want a magnificent temple of Lord Rama to be built at the birthplace of Lord Rama. But at the same time, government is not expected to construct temples. You have to remove the hurdles in the way of construction. To that extent, we said whatever is constitutionally permissible, through negotiation, through judicial process, we will try to address that problem. And Article 370, we have no inhibitions. At one day or other, it should go. But only thing is, it will go only when you have comfortable majority. We have reiterated our stand on that. On common civil code, it's nothing like BJP's own agenda. It's there in Directive Principles of the Constitution, Article 44. And it is there as a pet subject for Mahatma Gandhi also, common civil code. Common civil code is different from uniform civil code. We are not talking of uniform civil code. We are talking of common civil code, taking best out of all the personal laws and then trying to make a common law. When you have come together as one country and you are adopting secularism as your basic philosophy, you need to address this issue also one day or other. So we have reiterated it. This word of rabid, word this thing progressive or aggressive and all.
Answering my question, you have seen this party so closely. With changing times is the thinking changing. That India wants development, India wants growth, India is not interested in religion.
The trust is always on the development only. People are dying for development. People wanting development. You give first development, then you can talk about other things also. One. And one is not contradicted to other. We never said we will rule the country as per the religion. We never said what is, and we talk of Hindutva. Hindutva is a way of life. We never talked of Hindu as a religion. For your information, if Hindu is a religion, then how can there be a Hindu newspaper? Hindustan Times newspaper, Hindustan Machine Tools, HMT Watch Company, HAL, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Hindustan newspaper also is there in Delhi. This is identity of this nation, not given by BJP or anybody, from our forefathers. This is Hindustan, that is Pakistan. That's the name given. Coming back to the main issue, as you have rightly asked me, the people from time to time, priorities also will change. And you have to address the issues as per the expectation of the people. We are trying to address the issues. We have been in power in Gujarat, in Chhattisgarh, in Madhya Pradesh, 3 terms continuously. We have done our best and we have shown development. All parameters of development, and compared with Congress ruled states, we are in a better position to explain. That's why this credibility among the people, and people are accepting it. Madhya Pradesh, 18.9% agricultural growth rate. Gujarat maintaining growth rate continuously at 10 to 11%, etc. And even 24/7 power supply and all. So one has to be realistic. What I said during my student days, automation anti-nation. I remember, now that you asked that question. Can I say it now?
Yes, please.
No, you can't. No. Automation anti-nation was a slogan.
Oh.
At the time.
When you were.
At the time when I was in the student movement. Can you talk of it now? No. That's not the reality. Now you need computers. My government and Vajpayee was the Prime Minister. We gave stress on IT. And then we gave all incentives also to IT. So, according to the situation, according to the needs of the people, according to the demands of the people, aspirations of the people, every political party has to change and then prioritize issues. Here, while reiterating our commitment to basic issues, we have given a roadmap. This is our thinking. People should understand. They are appreciating our stand. Somehow, our critics want to again create a controversy. If you talk more on Rama, except Ram, there is no other issue. If you talk less on Rama, they say they have given up Rama.
Why is there so much of indiscipline in your party? So many senior leaders of yours are publicly coming out, tweeting, talking against the party or against your prime ministerial candidate.
Not even one person spoke against my prime minister candidate. Tell me, give me one name. Nobody has spoken against my prime minister candidate.
Attacks.
There was no attack whatsoever. We are a democratic party. Within the party there is discussion. There can be different of views also. And once the decision is taken, then everybody follows it. That's how democracy should function. It's not like one person's limited or one family's limited company. We are a democratic party. There is scope for discussion.
Jaswant Singh, who's a senior leader.
Jaswant Singh has defied the party and filed nomination. Sir, Jaswant Singh ji undoubtedly a senior person. The party gave him all the respect. And I feel sorry, sad that he has not given ticket and he has gone out. But that's not the way. You are made MP 4 times. You are made defense minister. You are made finance minister. You are made external affairs minister. You are made leader of the opposition in Rajya Sabha. What else? Simply because you didn't get ticket once, you just rebelled and filed a nomination. I feel sorry for that. I don't agree what he did is, I don't agree with what he did. But at the same time, if he was been accommodated, it would have been good. But it's not possible going with the local condition. And party takes collective decision and he has to accept it. In a state, in a country where 543 seats are there, people get examples of 1 or 2 seats or 2-3 seats and then try to say that there is so much discontent within the BJP and all. As they are not finding anything else to criticize BJP, they try to bring in this. That to be avoided, fine, I agree.
But on the day when your manifesto was released, one saw very good body language between all your top leaders sitting on the dais. They were all talking positively. So has the house been set in order, would you say?
The house was in order. It will be in order in future also. Nothing to worry on that count. See, sir, media try to sensationalize the issues. And some critics are not able to digest.
The easiest thing to do.
Not, it's a fact.
Blame the media.
It's you see two channels. You read two newspapers. Are they common? They are going in two different diametrically opposite lines. One. Secondly, I can tell you, because you are an international channel, certain people in this country are not able to digest the fact that the BJP is coming back to power again. Certain people in this country are not able to digest the emergence of Narendra Modi as the Prime Minister because they feel he is a very strong person. So they try to invent something or other. I don't deny that there were certain small issues. As you said, some people have gone out and made some comments and which should have been avoided. But we learned from the past and tried to correct itself. But I can tell you, by and large, ours is a democratic party. We are functioning in a healthy manner and we will always try to improve. We have, just now you asked about Mutalik, the state should have asked the center before admitting him. Okay? And even about admitting another person also. I just forgot his name. There was some problem, and again we have to withdraw that also. So on such issue, Bihar Ali, he was given membership in the morning, evening it was withdrawn. These things should have been avoided. I do agree. But at the same time, in a big country like this and a big party, some such things happen, and we have to understand the message and then rectify ourselves, which we are willing to do it.
My final question, sir, to you. The stock markets are at an all-time high, in the belief that there will be a Narendra Modi-led government. Do you sometimes feel that the pressure is building up too much, the burden of expectations is too much? Because there is no magic wand.
I do agree, but I don't think that stock markets are the parameter of Indian public opinion, frankly. But there are one indicators, that's all. Secondly, this time, the entire country, the mood is same. Modi. So, I don't think people will be disappointed. He will become the Prime Minister and there will be a stable government.
I wish you all the very best. Thank you very much, sir, for talking to us.